Carrie Underwood's recent appearance on The View turned unexpectedly tense. After a heated on-air exchange with co-host Joy Behar left the audience stunned. The country superstar, known for her grace and poise, had been invited to discuss her latest album and tour. But the conversation took a sharp turn when Behar brought up past controversies surrounding Underwood's views on certain political and cultural issues. What started as a lighthearted interview quickly became a charged back and forth that neither woman seemed willing to back down from. The interview began smoothly, with Whoopi Goldberg introducing Carrie and asking about her upcoming performances. Underwood spoke warmly about her fans, her love for live shows, and the excitement of releasing new music. However, Joy Behar soon pivoted to a more provocative line of questioning, referencing some of Carrie's social media posts that had sparked debate in recent months. The studio audience murmured at the unexpected shift, sensing the tension beginning to brew. Behar pressed Carrie for clarification on her stance, framing her questions in a way that suggested she was challenging the singer's personal beliefs. Carrie, visibly surprised by the direction of the conversation, responded calmly at first, insisting she wanted to keep the discussion about her music. But Behar continued pushing, accusing Carrie of dodging important topics that affect her fans and the public. The atmosphere in the room grew thick with discomfort. By the fourth question, Carrie's composure started to slip. Her voice took on a sharper tone as she reminded Behar that she was there as a guest, not a political commentator. "I didn't come here to argue," she said firmly, drawing a mix of applause and gasps from the audience. Joy, unfazed, leaned in and accused Carrie of hiding behind her celebrity status to avoid accountability. That remark appeared to strike a nerve. Carrie's eyes narrowed and she sat up straighter, her southern charm giving way to blunt frustration. "I'm accountable to my fans and my family," she shot back. "And I don't have to explain myself to someone who's twisting my words for TV drama." The crowd erupted with reactions, half cheering, half groaning, while the other co-hosts shifted uncomfortably in their seats. Whoopi Goldberg attempted to calm the situation, interjecting with a joke to lighten the mood, but the tension was already too high. Behar continued to press, bringing up specific quotes and questioning whether Carrie truly stood by them. At that point, the interview had completely derailed from its original purpose. Carrie's frustration boiled over. She leaned toward Behar and, in a controlled but cutting tone, accused her of ambushing her for ratings. "You invited me here under the pretense of celebrating my work, and instead, you've turned this into a firing squad," Carrie said. The audience reacted with a mix of stunned silence and scattered applause. Sarah Haynes and Sunny Hostin looked visibly uncomfortable, occasionally glancing at producers offstage as if debating whether to cut to commercial. But Joy seemed determined to get the last word, smirking as she told Carrie that public figures can't hide from tough questions. "That was the final straw. Maybe I can't hide," Carrie replied sharply, "but I sure as heck can walk out." With that, she unhooked her microphone, stood up, and walked toward the backstage area. The camera caught the moment clearly, Carrie's jaw tight, her heels clicking sharply against the studio floor as the audience erupted into chaotic chatter. The producers quickly cut to an unscheduled commercial break, leaving viewers at home stunned and social media buzzing with speculation. Within minutes, clips of the exchange began circulating online, with hashtags like #CarrieVsJoy and #TheViewDrama trending across Twitter and Instagram. Backstage sources later claimed that Carrie was visibly shaken after the incident, pacing in the green room and venting to her team about feeling blindsided by the line of questioning. Others reported that Joy seemed unfazed afterward, joking with crew members during the break. By the afternoon, entertainment news outlets had already picked up the story, with commentators debating whether Carrie had overreacted or whether Joy had crossed a line. Fans flooded Carrie's Instagram with messages of support, while others defended Joy's right to ask challenging questions. The fallout continued the next day, with The View addressing the incident briefly on air. Whoopi attempted to downplay the altercation, saying that things get passionate sometimes, but Behar defended her approach, claiming she was simply doing her job. Carrie, for her part, released a short statement through her publicist, thanking her fans and reiterating that she prefers to keep interviews focused on her work. Whether the two women will ever share a stage again remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the clash between Carrie Underwood and Joy Behar has become one of The View's most talked about moments in years. For now, both sides seem content to stand their ground, leaving fans to speculate about what might happen if their paths cross again.